Kia ora folks, it is term 3, it's reading challenge term. Something else I've read this term is Ruination, which is a League of Legends prequel book. It is a fantasy story. It's quite standard fantasy stuff, so you have armies and knights and people who do magic things and creatures who are humanoid and can talk but are slightly different races, like they have feathers or they have fur or whatever is going on in the story there. So it has some quite standard fantasy stuff going on. It is a prequel novel to the introduction of a character in the game, and that character is already sort of villainous and undead, and some of the other characters he knows are villainous and undead, and the novel's called Ruination. So going into it, you get the sense that it's not going to have a happy ending because the characters are alive and normal at the start of the novel, and you know that by the time they get to where they are in the game, they have become ghostly or monstrous in some way. So going into it, you know that it's not going to have a happy ending, even though it has the story structure of a quest to save a poisoned princess or queen. Seems like it might, in a standard novel, head towards a happy ending. In this case, it definitely does not, but that's not a spoiler because you know that from the game itself. The audiobook has really good voice acting, the narrator is good, and then also the character actors are really good, many of them reprising their roles from the game. There are a few twists and surprises I did not expect to see, but I think really it's a book for fans of the game because you sort of know the ending in advance, and because part of the pleasure might be recognizing characters you know from the game. I don't think I'd recommend it for someone who just was looking for a generic fantasy novel to read, because it has a slightly odd story structure where it finishes with the Ruination event, and that is an introduction into the larger story of the character, the protagonist character, and the other characters in the story. So it's well written, it's perfectly good, but I would say targeted at a really specific audience, and that is fans of the game.